PNG happenings.
The motion. So there is again another issue that needs to be tested in court. So you can see the line that is going on. You know, the speaker is deliberately misled. He needs to resign. You know, I'm calling on the speaker that he needs to resign from the position of the speaker because he has misled the country, he has misled Parliament, and he has, of course, lied to the nation that he was sick when in fact he was performing his duties. He was performing the duties of a speaker in Parliament when in fact he was supposed to be done at the Governor General's office. This speaker and the Prime Minister have continuously undermined the integrity of Parliament. And the Parliament has become just a rubber stamp for the executive government. And of course, Marape and the Speaker continuously have been working closely together, spending hours in the office, colluding, and of course, coming up with decisions that are not in the best interest of the country. So you can see the way that this country is being managed. Over the past few years, you can see that there's a declining in basic services to our people. Health and education are the biggest areas in which there is a lot of challenges. I think, you know, just apart from paying school fees, a lot of the issues around curriculum and materials for the schools and infrastructure for the school, all those things are not being addressed by government, and as a result, the standards of education, the standard of the quality of education that we are giving to our kids has declined considerably over the last 6 or 7 years. And as a result, you can see our kids coming out of the schools are not able to find decent jobs, cannot get into further education because of the quality of the education that they are receiving. Secondly, the basic health care for our citizens is hardly available in many towns and many cities right across the country. In fact, many health centers and clinics and aid posts right across many communities throughout the country is shut down because of lack of staff in those facilities, and also lack of equipment and medical and medicine. A lot of death. In fact, high number of Papua New Guineans are dying in every community and every hospital and every district in town right across the country because the government's inability to provide adequate level of medicines and services that support our health programs right throughout the country. So they are suffering very badly. And the third issue is about our law and order in the country. There are people dying every day because of violence, and governments and the police force and the agencies of law enforcement agencies are not able to even arrest this issue. As a result, you can see that people know that they are not going to be arrested, so they are just committing these crimes right across the country, especially up in the highlands in the provinces of Enga and Ela and some of the other isolated cases in the other towns throughout the country. This is happening on a daily basis. So I think when you look at it, I think you can see that our country is suffering, and I think that it is only appropriate that we challenge this government and hold them accountable for the lack of attention that they're not putting into the services that the people deserve in this country. And of course our economy continues to struggle despite the Prime Minister's continuous boasting about this growth of GDP. Now, I want to tell all our viewers and our people listening that GDP numbers do not put food on the table. GDP numbers do not create jobs for Papua New Guineans. And the GDP numbers are certainly not a correct way of measuring the performance and the status of the economy in our country. When you look at our economic data and the performance to date, you can see high interest rates, high level of loans and debt in the country, which is now averaging close to 60% of GDP. Even though with an increased GDP, you look at what he has done is it's virtually more than doubled the number of loans that we left in 2019 was almost about 25, 26 billion kina, and now we are close to 60 billion kina. And there's nothing to show for it. This is the problem in the country. He hasn't built one major infrastructure that's going to help our economy or deliver services. He has certainly not invested in the public service machinery, which is going to deliver basic services to our people. In fact, our public service structure is has totally collapsed. And people are just sitting in jobs and getting paid for doing nothing. As a result, you can see the decline of services right throughout the country. And the economic performance has also not been able to provide the jobs that Marape himself has promised. Saying that, of course, agriculture is going to provide 1 million plus jobs in the country. This is not true. It's not happening. You can see that many of our people are not returning to the land because the government's programs that they've put together in trying to support agriculture, whether it's through National Development Bank or Agriculture Bank or Commerce and Industry, those programs have been mismanaged. Probably most of the monies have been misapplied, or they are looking after only few individuals, and the rest of the population is missing out. So the economic performance of our country is certainly not doing very well, and lots of our youth have been on an unemployment line over the last few years, and that number is increasing every year. It's not decreasing, it's increasing every year. So I want to say this, we need to have a government that's going to stabilize and try and stop this decline that is happening in the country. This is why many of our leaders think that we have the right experience for us to address these issues that are persistently that is challenging us in our country. And government has got no ability. Their lack of focus in trying to address these issues is clearly indicated time after time, where, as I said, flowery words and slogans coming through, but the real work on the ground is not happening, and as a result, you can see how people continuously suffering every day. We have, in opposition, have constantly said the IMF program that has been put in place in PNG, it is not delivering in improving the economic performance of our country. It is in fact making our people worse off than they were in 2019.
PNG Happenings.